Hey guys, and welcome to the first week of Season 6 of the GPC. This week I'm facing off against Pierre, one of the returning members from earlier seasons. He wasn't in Season 5, but now he's back. I haven't done a draft analysis, and I'm not going to do one. You can see the team on your screen, hopefully, if the layout worked. Shoutouts to Raikkonen for that. I'll leave his link in the description, along with all the other coaches' links. As is customary now. Thanks to Asta for pasting all that out. So yeah, as I said, facing off against Pierre, you can see his team on the right. Objectively, a lot of people think his team's one of the best. I think that there's a big issue in it, in the fact that there's a massive speed gap between Meloetta and Diancie. While 15 points doesn't seem like much, going from 110 to 95 is huge, being that there's a lot of mons around base 100, whether it be 105, 98, that kind of range, which can put a lot of pressure on his team, a bit like Mega Gardevoir. But yeah, I'll quickly run over the team and then we'll hop into the battle. New format this time, doing it live, just to keep things a bit more interesting. So, as you can see, first mon I decided to bring, Mega Gardevoir. What's his only fairies is Skarmory, Thunderbolt, done. So all I need in terms of attacking moves. Was tempted to bring a Calm Mindset, but with Diancie being able to outspeed and probably a Scarf to revenge this, maybe not the best idea. So I went for a Taunt just in case he led with something that I could taunt, or even had something that could recover up on this effectively. And Destiny Bond just for the sake of having it in case his Skarmory is going to kill me off and I can get a sneaky kill on that. Then we have Steelix, designed solely to beat his Mega Diancie. It can chew literally anything it's got with this investment. Shuckerberry, no worries. And yeah, it's that simple, it's there for that. Iron Head, Okos without investment. Earthquake is there just for general coverage against things that would want to take an Iron Head. I can't remember what exactly. Stealth Rock is quite big against this team, he doesn't have that many ways to get rid of it. And Roar just because it's a good last move. Sort of defensive Arcanine next. Oh yeah, Spread. Right, Spadef. That's to outspeed Meloetta. Sort of defensive Arcanine with a bit of Spadef investment. This is here to beat Sork. It's also there to beat something else that I can't remember at the moment. Flare Blitz, Iron Head is good coverage against this team. Morning Sun's Recovery, Will-O-Wisp, of course, just for the sake of having it. That's to take 2 Stone Edges from Scarf Sork, or 2 close combats from Banded, if I remember right. 16 speed to avoid being crept. Then we have defensive sort of Spadef, Vaporeon. These two are sort of designed to wall basically everything on his team at the same time. Just as a combo, they work well together. This allows me to chew anything from a Raikkonen, and this allows me to chew pretty much take at least 1 hit from basically everything on his team, especially Meloetta, which can be sort of a threat, but there are ways for me to deal with it. Yeah, Wish Baton Pass is, as you know from my Umbreon last season, my favourite way to go. Toxic is specifically for things like the Araquanid or Meloetta, and Scald just because Scald. Banded Dodrio, of course, why not? His only flying resist outside of Diancie is Skarmory, which Drum Kick hits decently well. If it's on the Switch and not at full HP, I can possibly nag a kill. Steel Wing, Okos, Diancie 100% of the time. Brave Bird does a whole lot of damage to everything on his team. If rocks are up and Skarmory is down, I basically win with this. And Pursuit for the Meloetta in case I can get this in and get a nice trap on it. And then we have the meme of the week, Gigalith. Now, this thing chews hits from literally everything on his team outside from Adamant Sork. It can take 1 hit from literally anything with Sandstream. Just with the buff to its HP and special defense, it's literally that good. And with auto-optimizing this speed, I can outspeed everything on his team barring Scarfers and Mega Diancie, and this coverage just destroys him. It's that simple. So hopefully I can meme it up, get Gigalith to get some kills, especially if I kill something off that didn't expect the auto-optimize. Like say he goes to sack off, I don't know, a low HP Meloetta on this, I auto-optimize up, kill it, and then he brings in Mega Diancie and goes for the Earth Power, which I live, get the weakness policy boost, sweet from there. That's the plan with this. I don't know if it'll work, but realistically these first 5 will do the work for it, and that can be a solid sort of backup meme strat. So yeah, I'm going to get the challenge from Pierre, and I will see you in a bit. Alright, so here we go. This is the battle. He brought basically what I expected. I didn't expect Volcanion with Vaporeon there, but that's what I brought it mainly for. Blue was the thing that Arcanine was meant to stop, that's right. Surprised he didn't bring Sork. It pressured me a lot. I'll say you too, Pierre. But that's a good sign for me. He brought essentially what I expected, as I said. Yeah, let's see how this goes. My plan was to lead with Vaporeon and Baton Pass out because I'm expecting him to lead either Araquanid or Volcanion. Oh, he needs Meloetta, which can be quite the problem, but I can chew any one hit from this, and I am tempted to go for the Toxic. I can either Toxic this, get some residual on it, or if he's sub or something, that could be quite bad. Perhaps Baton Passing out would be the better idea. But would he sub this early? I'm gonna... Oh, he goes for the U-turn. Good knowledge, so I'm guessing that's Scarf. Just as a random guess. I don't know what his switch into a score would be. Perhaps his Volcanion, but I do have the Toxic specifically for it, so hopefully we can catch that off guard. I was tempted to click Baton Pass there, which would have been nice because I could have got the momentum on this, but that's not going to happen. But if his Meloetta is Scarf, that does hamper the plan on Gigalith a bit, but if his Diancie goes down, then it could still be a sweep. He does bring in the Araquanid, that's fine. I think, yeah, I outspeed this normally, so I'm tempted to just stay in and Scald, but I'll just throw up a wish. I'm not sure what he could have for this. Oh, he does go out into his Volcanion. Good to know. As now I'm probably just going to click Baton Pass just to see what he's going to do. And I outspeed. That's not good. I don't think there's much that wants to switch in on this. Tempted to say Gardevoir can, but I don't know if I can do enough with Thunderbolt after to warrant it. Question is, what's he clicking here? Perhaps a grass move to hit this, but I really wish I didn't outspeed. Let's go out into Gardevoir. It's our only option really. As he goes for the Toxic and misses. Sorry. It's quite an interesting plan to go for there, though. I certainly didn't expect Toxic for. I'm guessing it's for the Vaporeon, as I didn't bring Heal Bell this week, so I didn't think Toxic would be something that he'd bring. But apparently it is. So I'm tempted to just click T-Bolt because I can live basically any one hit. But he might go out into Bulu, in which case I do have a safe switch, but I'm guessing he's not going to want to stay in, as he does go out into Meloetta actually, which is quite an interesting play, as that doesn't take too much damage. But I think, let's open up a calc. You probably won't be able to see the full calc page, but there's not really too much I can do about that. I should have imported my sets. I am being dumb right now. Right. Sorry about this, but it's best for me to do this now and start the calcing straight away. Gardevoir, Mega, missed it. Zenja against Meloetta. U-Choice Scarf. So it does have a bit of bulk. It's not Spadef or Assault Vest by the looks of it. Hyper Voice still does a lot. I'm tempted to say this might be Scarf with HP. If he's max HP, that's about the right calc. And I don't think he can OHKO me with any one move, so I'm going to just click Hyper Voice, and that does 2-hit KO it from there. As he runs T-Wave, that's a very good play. I didn't even know I got that. I wish I clicked Taunt right there. That would have been the play of the century, but he's probably just going to U-turn out and go out to something here, so I'm tempted to go into Arcanine and get the Rocky Helmet on it to limit its switch-ins. But I don't want to risk him not... He's got to click U-turn here. It's his better play. He'll probably go out into Bulu or something, so... What can he bring in safely on Arcanine? He can bring in Araquanid, which is toxic. Yeah, I'm just going to stay in and click Thunderbolt, I think. Yeah, as he does go for the U-turn, to be expected. And hopefully I get the T-Bolt off on something. Unless he goes out into Bulu, I should be getting some decent damage off on something. And regardless, Bulu is relatively safely walled by Arcanine, so I'm not too worried about it. My one worry is if he goes into Diancie right now and he gets a free switch. As he goes out into the Araquanid and it takes a whole lot of damage from that. I think I can probably still outspeed unless he's max speed, but I don't want to risk losing this now. I'm just going to go out into Vaporeon, it's my safest play. As he goes for the Leech Life, I can eat that relatively well. As he's Life Orb, that's interesting. He may expect me to Baton Pass here, as I have shown it already. I think I'm just going to click Wish. No. They'll expect me to either Wish or Baton Pass here. So maybe Scalding is the better play, in case he goes out into something that can get burned. But he might end up going into Volcanion, which isn't the most ideal situation. I think I'm just going to click Toxic here. He'll probably want to keep this, because it's one of the few things that actually presses Arcanine. So, or even Gigalith for that matter. So I'm tempted to just click Toxic, but I don't want to risk anything. Wish is the safer play, because even if he goes out into Volcanion, I can just Toxic it. If I Baton Pass and he goes for a Leech Life, if I Baton Pass and he goes for anything but Leech Life, I'm in trouble. So I kind of have to stay in. I can't click Baton Pass, it's too risky a play. Even if I do have Sturdy on that, I need it. Oh, this is tough. I think clicking Wish is probably the safest play, but I don't want to overdo it, so I'm just going to click... Oh, he stays in anyway, so that's fine. As he does stay in and go for the Leech Life, I'm alright with that. I'll just click Wish. Unless he crits me, I should be alright. Actually, no. That's not my play. I need to preserve this. I can't mess around with Wishes. Arcanine, I need it for that. How much does Scald do? Nice. Against Araquanid, I think it'll just be max HP. It didn't seem to be Assault Vest from what I could tell by the damage. No, that doesn't do anything at all. Do we make the risky play? The thing is, I don't want to lose this, as it's a good check to Volcanion. So I kind of have to... I'm just going to click Baton Pass and go out into Arcanine. If he does go for the Water move, then that's well played on his behalf. No, he doesn't, and this should go down to Rocky Helmet and the Life Orb and Toxic. Right, that's that gone. That's very useful. Vaporeon now is at low HP, but I should be able to deal with things like this in other ways. I'm tempted to say he is... I should really have run Wild Charge on this. He's probably going to go for a Grass move if he's got one. To hit the Vaporeon on the switch, because it's my obvious switch in. So I'm tempted to go Gardevoir, because I think I outspeed. No, I don't. What's Dodrio doing this game? That's not Scarf, we established that already. This is slow. Dodrio outspeeds everything, and that means that Gigalith also does. What do I need my Vaporeon for outside for this? Maybe the Metaletta, but that's already lowered enough. I think I just have to sack Vaporeon and go out into Gigalith. Erosion against Volcanion. All out attacker with 248. I don't OHKO. How much does Arcanine do? I do no damage to this. I have to go out into Vaporeon. I know it's a bad play and I know it's going to kill me. As he goes for the Toxic, that's actually very good for me. As I can go for a Toxic of my own, I think, or I can just click Wish. I'm going to click Wish as he will probably expect the Toxic. So he's gone for a very, very status heavy team against a Vaporeon that doesn't have Heal Bell, which is quite unfortunate for me. I was tempted to go for Heal Bell over. Can I get the burn? Yes, boy. Right, save switch into Steelix, gets my rocks up. As hopefully he goes into anything but Volcanion right now. I think Baton Passing is the right play instead of hard switching. Because if he does stay in, he hits me instead of the Steelix, and then if he goes out into something, I just click Baton Pass on whatever comes in. Which is quite good for me, because I'm expecting him sort of to roost. That would be the play that I'd go for in his stead. So Rock shouldn't be too much of an issue. If he starts getting spikes up, that'll be a problem. But once this goes down, it means that Gigalith can literally just womp on his team. So will Dodrio, as he does go for the roost, which was to be expected. And now I can go straight on to Steelix, start getting my rocks up, and then roar this out. Rocks are up and there to stay unless this has Defog, in which case he'll be mono attacking, which would be better for me if anything. As he goes out into his Volcanion, I want to say I can live any one hit except for Fire Blast. Let's have a look. Okay. Chin up. No, that's not right. Steelix. Chin up. No, he Yoko's me with everything. That's modest specs. What if he's not specs? What if he's not? He's got to be modest. I do have to go out into Vaporeon here, as he's probably going to expect that. I can't risk this. But what would he go into? He'd probably go into his Tapu Bulu. He's either clicking the move, he's clicking Fire Blast or Steam Eruption, or going out into Bulu right now. And now, if I were him, I'd make the double. I'm gonna stay in it. Oh, he does go for. Damn.
I wanna die. I don't wanna live any.
Damn. He's either specs. Oh, that was a crit. I need to weaken this somehow. Does he stay in on this is the question. I think Scald is my better play in the long run, but what's its Skarmory at now? It's at 95. I'm going to Toxic, as he'll probably expect me to Baton Pass. Yes, perfect. As he does run the superpower. Interesting to note. He knows that I can take this. He's seen my full moveset. So he might just stay in. As he doesn't, he goes out into Meloetta, that's perfect. As now, I think I just go out into Dodrio and click Jump Kick, perhaps. Oh no, I think Arcanine is the safe play. But he might be fully speedy. I mean, we've established that he's max HP, but he might be max HP, max speed. So I'm tempted to go out into this, and I think even perhaps clicking Pursuit would be the better play. But I don't think he's going to switch this out. Jump Kick is decent coverage against his team at this point. Pursuit kills, I know it does from here. But I don't want him to get a free switch into something after that. So I do think Jump Kick is the play, as he doesn't switch out. That's good to know. Right. He's probably going to go out into Bulu. Unless he suspects, right, he does think this is banded. I mean, I've got to go out into Arcanine, but he's probably going to go for a Stone Edge here. If I had to hazard a guess. do I sack off Gardevoir? Gardevoir, what's it going to do? It doesn't outspeed this. It doesn't outspeed anything. Except for this, if it's like max HP. I'm just going to sack Gardevoir. Probably a better play, as he's probably going to go for Stone Edge, as he goes for the Wood Hammer. That wasn't the right play then. Going out into Arcanine is fine, even though I expect him to go out into, what's it called, Volcanion here. I can probably just set up with Gigalith at this point. I need to get this in on Skarmory. I think my play is to double out into Dodrio, as he does bring in the Volcanion. And now I just click Brave Bird. And unless he brings in Skarmory, something dies. If this goes down, I think I pretty much won with Arcanine. Oh, this actually lives it. That's quite unfortunate. So what speed does Volcanion hit without any speed at all? 176. If I outsped with that, that means that he's a negative speed nature, so let's go. I can't remember the name of the one that I'm thinking of, so Brave. He hits 158. Do I live a Steam Eruption with Gigalith? Probably not. I think my play is to just hit Earthquake, because I don't want to miss. I know I outspeed, but that does reveal how speedy I am. He has to click Steam Eruption here. As he just clicks Superpower again and gets the crit. Okay. His play is to go into Diancie here, obviously. I think I've lost this one. Yeah. If I was running Charty Berry, which I was tempted to do so, that I probably would have won this, but it's not looking likely, unfortunately. As he does go for the Power Gem. Unless this outspeeds both Skarmory and Bulu, just without the investment, then I think I pretty much lost. I don't think I can live in Earth Power regardless, so Volcanion did more than I thought it would, which is unfortunate. I think I can kill the Bulu with Iron Head. I just don't know about Skarmory. Is this Scarf? Or I think he might just outspeed me anyway. Iron Head. GG. Ah, damn. I thought that one was definitely in the bag for me. Losing my Steelix against the Volcanion was huge. I didn't expect him to stay in on that. Losing Dodrio against the Volcanion again, I really thought Brave Bird would kill from that range. But sadly it didn't. He stayed in with it more than I think he thought he would with my Vaporeon being around. I should have played around that better. Also, I really need to get no Totemize off with Gigalith for it to do anything, so perhaps maybe that set wasn't quite the best. And yeah, Charty Berry on Arcanine probably would have been better. Yeah, I think Pierre was very ballsy with the way that he played Volcanion, which ultimately ended up costing me it because it killed my two sort of big threats, and also, well, one of my big threats and my check to Diancie. If I'd have known that Meloetta had got T-Wave, I wouldn't have stayed in with Mega Gardevoir, but that was just a complete oversight on my behalf. And that sort of put a very big hampering on my plans, as well as Mega Gardevoir would have pressured the Volcanion a lot more. And I don't think it outsped at the speed that it was at. If I was max speed and I was paralysed, I probably still would. But there's not really much I can do about it now. Yeah, it's not the start that I was hoping for. I really did think I had a good matchup going into this, but Pierre's sets dealt with mine pretty well. Not to mention that once Vaporeon was weakened, I was very sheepish about switching it into the Volcanion, which is quite unfortunate, but it would have been better for me if Gigalith didn't get that first rock switch in, or if it had given me, or if I'd have had the chance to auto-optimize up, but I'm guessing Diancie was max speed to tie with Dodrio. If he was going for the 3-3-2, I wouldn't have outsped anyway, so. Alright, so all that's left for me to say really is thank you for watching. Hopefully next week I can snatch a win. I believe I'm facing Zazo, so fun times. The Grand Conference this season is ridiculously competitive. There's 5 people who are very good and who are going to be strong competitors, 4 people who are absolutely terrified to face. So it's going to be a rough one. I just really, honestly, while season in, season out, I go for playoffs. I do think this time my main objective is to avoid relegation, because that's a very strong possibility at this point. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.